Alexa, turn on Linda bedroom light.
Okay.
Good morning. Today is the second day of Vlogmas. It's December 2nd, 2024. And I thought you might like to have breakfast with me. Jelly toast. I've been out to lunch once by myself. I like to watch people, so that was my entertainment. Have you ever done that? It's not too bad nowadays because everybody's staring at their phone anyway. So, I'm gonna finish my tea. And it's 9 o'clock. See what I can get into today. I don't know. I need to go food shopping. It's another thing. Living singly as a single, solo, one-person. I am not a big foodie. And so my goal is to keep myself fed. And I'm just getting really tired of trying to figure out what to eat. Usually have a good breakfast and maybe have something else around 3 or 4, whatever I can find. Occasionally, very occasionally, I'll actually cook something for myself. Any ideas for quick meals for one? So sad today. Yeah. No, I'm not sad, but I must be sounding very tragic. So, thank you to those of you who watched my first Vlogmas yesterday. It was a disaster from my point of view. I was filming in the wrong orientation. The music didn't go right. It just... So when I do these, I like to have the video have a story. Like I want to tell you my story and try to merge and meld the segments together to actually tell a story. What my life is like. That's my goal. I don't live an exciting life, so kind of hard to tell a story when there is no story. Everybody's got a story. Interesting. I'm on this app called Threads. It's a spin-off of Instagram. It's sort of like Twitter. So it's mostly people writing little stories, so it's more blog-like. And one day I was feeling pretty, feeling the effects of my life, my new life. And I wrote a little something about how I told my little story about my husband passing away and me moving into a new community, not knowing anyone here in the community, and I am a very shy, introverted person, so that makes it doubly hard in a way, but most introverts don't mind spending some time by themselves, which is me. Anyway, I wrote this in a little paragraph, and the post got 20,000 views and over 500 comments. Now, when I wrote it, I thought to myself, I'm going to get a lot of advice, which I wasn't really looking for advice, but it was a feeling that I was having, and when I have feelings like that, writing about the feelings helps me to process them, and I usually come out with a better understanding of what my feelings are. But I should have known, you know. I got so much advice, which I was very happy that people were very nice and expressed their concern. And mainly it was three or four things. Join something in the community, join a group, go to the library, join a library group. Not very easy for me to walk into someplace that I don't know anyone and say, hey, I'm here, can I join? So join a group, volunteer, got a lot of volunteer stuff. Get a dog, get a cat, which that's not happening. I had my Rico for 18 years, and at this point, I've done a lot of caregiving in my life, and pets are cute, and they're company, but they're like children. You have to care for them. I'm not up for that. Yeah, so that was it. Get a cat, get a dog. But my favorite one. So anyway, I'll insert the picture. I also had a picture with this post. And I set the camera up to take a picture of me sitting in a chair in my living room in front of my TV, which is where I spend a lot of time. And I had my hands in my head, like my chin in my hands like this. I was looking very forlorn, I must admit. And this one woman said to me, no wonder you're sad. That room that you're sitting in, that wall behind you, is a very sad wall. You have no art on that wall. Go get some art. Put some color in your life. That will cheer you up. I was like, okay, thank you. And actually, the funny thing is, that corner that I was sitting in has been bothering me since I moved in, because I have art all around the other 4 walls, and it was just that corner. I just couldn't figure out what to do with that corner. And not that this woman, she may have boosted me along because I was going to do something anyway, but I did correct that situation. So, lady, if you're listening, I appreciate your advice. But it's like, I don't know if I would ever say to some stranger, your walls are sad, or this room is, no wonder you're sad. It's kind of funny. If you want to read the post, I'll post a link below if I remember. Anyway, so now I have I've been sitting here for 19 minutes recording. I'm sure a lot of this is not going to get recorded, uploaded, but I enjoyed this. Yeah. So I wonder if any of you can relate. I'm sure you can. Everybody has lost a loved one or has lost someone, and feels it very more so around the holiday. How about you? Okay, so I will see you later, probably for a very brief little good night, and talk to you later. Bye. Evening. So, what did I do today? The usual things that I said I was going to do. Laundry, change the sheets on the bed, went food shopping, went to the dollar store and got some, artificial flowers to put outside. I have a big tree in my front yard, and under the tree I have this planter in the shape of a huge foot with a big toe. So I bought some poinsettias to put in the planter part of the shoe. Looks cute. And then I also have a wooden gnome that kind of leans up against the tree. And from the dollar store, I got this red scarf and a little hat to put on him. So I'll show you pictures of that. Came out cute. I bought a wreath to put outside, and yeah, little by little, I'm starting to do some little decorating here and there. So I thought I'd share some knitting that I've been doing. And again, discovering some new yarns. And a couple of days ago, I started this hat and I finished it and blocked it yesterday. So I thought I'd show you. This is the hat. And put it on. It's cute, right? It's my go-to hat pattern, which is really a generic hat pattern. First of all, I'll talk about the yarn. So this yarn is from Knit Picks, and it's called Swish Pops. And this color is Brit Pop. Looks like this. And skeined up. This is what the skeins look like before they're wound up. This one is called Goth, but that's the same thing. It's the Swish Pop. I thought they're really nice. They're soft, and they are 100% fine superwash merino wool, and it's like a sport weight. It's a number 3. And I just love the different colors, and it's just, I think it's just cool looking. Yeah, so that's what my hat looks like once it knit up. Kind of different, right? So the hat, again, it's like a standard generic hat pattern. So I do a 2x2. For this one, I cast on 88 stitches on a size 4 16-inch circular needle, and did a 2x2 rib, and then switched over to, I think this is about like, I don't know, 3 inches, 2.5 inches, I don't know, whatever, however I feel like whatever length I want to make it. And then I switched over to a size 5 16-inch needle to do the stockinette stitch until I get to the decreases. And I think that from here to when I start the decrease was about 8 inches. And then the decreases, it's a 4 section decrease. And I mean, if you want to look at my Ravelry page, it's just a generic 4 section decrease. I think that's all I can tell you about that. But they work up quick, and everybody loves a hat, right? So this one I just finished. What else? Oh, I tried something different. So again, I don't remember how many stitches I cast on for this one. I did this a while ago. But again, cast on as many as it's probably the same 80 or 88 stitches. And then I did the 2x2 rib for this length. And then I took the stitches off the knitting needle and crocheted a row. So now I switched from knitting, and this is crochet, like a shell stitch. And then once I was done with that, I put the knitting back from the crochet hook back onto the knitting needle and finished the rest in stockinette stitch. I can't explain how I did that. It's, let's see if I can explain it. So instead of casting off, binding off, I would just take the stitch off the knitting needle and do like a single crochet, and then take the next stitch off and do a single crochet, so that the stitches are all off the needle by the time you're done, and you have a row of a single crochet. And then from there, just started doing the shell stitch. And if you're not a crocheter, it probably sounds like Greek to you. But I thought it was a cool combination of the knitting and the crochet stitch. The sad thing about this hat, these 2 colors, I was using 2 very similar colors and didn't realize that I picked up the wrong skein. So this part here is like a different shade, and so I was just a little disappointed in that. But yeah, I experimented, and I thought it came out cute. And a little interest, a little something a little different. Put a little design in there. So I thought I'd share that with you. And then I'm working on my muscle burr hat. I think this is number 5. And Yeah, it'll take me a while too. This is, I think I have to knit 11 inches before I switch to a different color. So I'm doing this color and this color together. So one side will be this, one side will be this. The yarn is Barocco Vintage. So it's like, I don't know, 50% wool and 50% acrylic. I think that's what the makeup is. So it's not very real soft like a merino, but I still like the way it's working up. This is a DK weight. All the other muscle burrows that I've done have been fingering weight. So I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out because it's a little heavier and you're doubling it. So I don't know if it's going to be too, you know, it'll be too bulky, but I'll let you know when I'm finished with it. I'll let you know how it turns out. Yeah, but I thought these two colors would be cool together. And this is just now mindless stockinette for, by the time I'm done, it'll be like 21 inches all together. It's the long tube. Yeah, so that's that. And then when I was at the dollar store, they had this yarn, Premier, just Chanel, for $1.25, and I thought I would make myself a Christmas scarf. Yeah, just throw that in. Just make a scarf while I'm in the middle of doing everything else, right? But yeah, this is obviously 100% polyester. It is 65 yards. It's a little less than 2 ounces, 1 3/4 ounces. But I think it'll make a cool scarf. I think I'm going to crochet it though. So I'll show you my progress on that. Yeah, so I was just outside taking some pictures. I went over to the water, whatever that water is, and it's very cold out. When I was out shopping earlier, the sun was out and it was pretty nice. I had just like a little flannel jacket on and it was comfortable. But now the sun, as soon as the sun went in, it's very cloudy now and it is very cold. So yeah. I think that's about it for now. And some video thrown in here and there to tell you my story of my day. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed breakfast with me this morning. I enjoyed talking to you. And maybe we'll chat again tomorrow. Trying to think if there's anything else. This picture here. These ducks. This was a picture of my apartment after I separated from my husband, my first husband, and I had my own apartment, first time ever that I lived alone. And these ducks used to come up on my porch, and Ross took a picture of these, and I've kept it as a reminder, my first solo adventure. So, I think that's about it for now. And I hope you are enjoying my Vlogmas and my rambling. And now, I'm gonna settle in for the night. Park myself in front of the TV. Oh, I wanted to show you. I found this stand. It's sort of like a stand that you would put, like an end table, but it's round and it swivels, and it's got all of these compartments. It's got some drawers, it's got some shelves, and it is the perfect knitting side table. I got it from Wayfair. It's the best purchase for me as a knitter, because when I'm sitting there and I have all my stuff all over the place, this is nice. It keeps everything nice and neat. I can put yarn in there. So I'm going to put some pictures of that to show you. Really, a really cool table. And when I ordered it, I was searching for something like that. And I selected that I only wanted to see items that were pre-assembled, so I did not have to do any assembly on this thing. Yeah, so check it out. I'll see if I can find the link for it. It might be a nice Christmas present for somebody who knits and crochets. All right, so let me get going, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.